Good morning, everybody. This morning we are going to try and clear some blackberries out. You guys can't really see much from up here. Off to the left here, through the big flood, the creek made a big washout there and took the road out. So we're going to try and kind of get a road around the washout and get people access to the irrigation pump. So let's get to it. There's the washout. We definitely had quite the flood. Let's see. Get bucket switched here, and I got to take all these blackberries out and try to get a path around that. That is actually some good scrap steel. Let's see, let's just set this over here for right now. We will relocate it later. Yeah, they wanted me to mulch it, and there somewhere there's a big I-beam. I'm trying to remember what it was called. And there's chunks of concrete, all kinds of stuff, and I was pretty sure I didn't want to wipe my teeth out on all that stuff. Move this stuff first, and then when we're done, I'll set it back in the back over there. Get it out of the way here. Oops. Piece of steel. That probably didn't do a lot of good, but oh, concrete. Keep stuff separated. Wow. Oops. Knocked the sign over. That would be good to put in the washout, but I don't know that they want to. Been talking to the stream people, so kind of limited to what we can actually do here. My goodness. More metal. Okay, now let's see if we can get in there. Oh, there's even more metal laying there. I kind of expected this, so. fence posts. That material for building road. That's nice silty stuff that I can kind of blade out over this nastier stuff. Got my pin defender on so that blackberries catch my clip. Well, makes it to where the blackberries can't catch my clip. Told him potentially 3 hours in here. I am not even going to be anywhere near close to 2. I'm not sure I'm going to be an hour. I just didn't know how much stuff I was going to find in here. There's an irrigation pipe in there. I see that. Come on, get out of there. Why my door has started rattling. I really wish it didn't. Be sure I'm just grabbing blackberries and not other things. Come on, let go. Got a feeling there's a big hole there. All right, we'll keep at it. Bigger hole here than I thought. All right, didn't know there was a hole here. This wasn't really a thought. This is why a lot of people like the mulcher. We've got a huge pile of blackberries here, which they're just gonna let them rot down, but a lot of people don't want to have to deal with those piles, so the mulcher might not do as clean a job as digging them out by with the bucket like this, but you don't have a pile that you've got to deal with later. That is not cooperating. You knew I don't know if they were the original owners or not, but some of the early owners, this used to be an active dairy, and hasn't been for a long time. Wow. Good road base, I guess. Let's grab some of this. That was metal. Sure, I saw a big I-beam in there somewhere. There it is. This is put here. That was. I don't know if that pipe goes to anything important. I don't want to dig that out. I think it's just laying loose there, but I don't want to chance it. Let's see. Let's take a little bit of dirt back the other way. Kind of cover up some of that oh, wow. It's not as nice and silty as I thought it was. It's very rocky. like I'm not getting any material after playing with the 80 for the last few days. Decent amount of material here. It's going to be minimal. Interesting stuff. It's very dense at places and then just sand and gravel in others. All right, we'll keep at it. That out of the way. Painted on it. I always thought this was such a beautiful field down there. Gate's gonna, or the gate. Yeah, gate. Thought I had forgotten how to talk, and I was actually right on what I said. I was thinking fence. But that gate's probably gonna have to come off there to be able to get that. Yeah, it's going to take an hour. About an hour, about right now. Keep being afraid I'm going to catch an irrigation line coming up the bank. pretty nice little road. Afraid I might need a little bit more dirt, but maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna get out and check and see what I gotta do to get that gate off. Right where I want to grab. Let's see. Another one over there. Or I assume it's I say a no trespassing sign. I assume it's a no trespassing sign. Cool. There we go. Oh, it's got a big old wheel on it. Solid bedrock down there in that washout. I can see solid bedrock all the way down in the creek. Pretty cool. Pretty big hole there. Got a rock in my idler again. It happens. Pretty often it happens. Have to go in that bank further to get a little more dirt. Starting to run low on resources here. All right, keep at it. So this gives me a little bit of fine-tuned material. And a bucket. Gives me a bucket. Didn't want a bucket, but I got one. Oops, wrong way. That other reverse. Thing fun about blackberries, they're full of little bugs that bite. Try not to waste too much time on it. I don't know that he cares about this that much, but he seems to want everything to look nice and be clean, so I'm gonna say he does kind of want this dressed up. Where that pipe goes, so I don't want to be. There we go. Now we'll blade that out. We'll about be done with this. All right, we'll keep at it. Well, we got that all finished up and semi-dressed up. Just rode into the field. I didn't think it needed too much work, but I still wanted it to look halfway decent. So, yeah, it gives them access to their pumps and stuff again. The neighbors have access. They've got an easement for their pump and stuff, and so that's the reasoning for all this. So, well, everyone, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and go check my website out, reberpuredirt.com. And everyone have a wonderful evening.